Hi! It's me, Jojo, and Carter again!
Hello!
Oh my gosh! And today's video is kind of becoming an annual tradition. We have watched all 10 movies nominated for Best Picture for the Academy Awards. All 10!
That's a lot of movies.
It's a lot of movies.
Yeah.
I just really enjoy the Oscars. I love the fanfare. I'm really disappointed with a couple of the new changes they're making to the award ceremony, but we're not talking about that today. We're only going to talk about the 10 movies nominated for Best Picture, and we are going to rank them from our least favorite to our favorite.
Mm-hmm.
So we are going to discuss them in the order that we saw them. So that's
Right.
the order.
And so we'll put them in basically the we don't like them category versus we really like them over here. And we'll see what comes out on top.
Yeah. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
The first movie that we saw was Dune.
Dune.
It was good. It was very cinematic.
I read the book when I was a kid. I remember really enjoying the book. And the movie was very, I know it came out on IMAX, right? It was very immersive and set up this awesome fantasy world.
Yeah.
I thought it was great.
Yeah. I will say I was really glad we saw this one at home so that I could watch it with subtitles because I did not read the book growing up, and there's a lot of weird planet names and character names.
Kind of clan names or family names,
Yeah.
right? Subtitles, go subtitles.
Go
in
subtitles.
every movie.
Yes.
They should just be a thing in theaters, honestly.
They should. I would give this one a pretty upper mid ranking.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely in the top half, for sure.
For sure. The next movie we saw was Belfast or Belfast.
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 Yes, if you're Irish.
That's right. And happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St.
to you.
Patrick's Day to you. Yeah, we really enjoyed Belfast a whole heckin' lot.
Whole heckin' lot. We saw this in theaters. We were the only ones in the theater. I sobbed at the end. It was so good.
It was, I don't think I sobbed like you did, but it was very funny. And I love any movie that features a child actor, especially like someone who hasn't had a big role before. And so they're, what do they call it?
You're premiering, you're
sort of introducing this young actor.
Yeah.
And the main character, his name is Buddy. And
Buddy.
he's so cute. It's very sweet. It's very wholesome.
Yeah.
It's about family.
I guess we haven't
up.
said what it's about, but it's about a family in Northern Ireland, and there's conflict going on between Protestants and Catholics, so it's set in a very historical time for Ireland, and it's this family, and they're just kind of dealing with the conflict.
Yeah. I think out of all the movies we watched, this one made me laugh out loud the most.
Yeah, I would agree. Also, it's in black and white, which is really cool, and the cinematography is just unbelievably gorgeous.
Yeah. Definitely above Dune.
Definitely above Dune.
Yeah. We'll put it there for now.
Okay, next up, Nightmare Alley.
Ooh.
This
Nightmare was right.
Yeah. This was a pretty gruesome, twisted...
Not a horror movie, but definitely elements of suspense and thriller, and it is very dark.
And it's not for the faint of heart.
Yeah.
No. The plot is set in the 40s?
I'm not sure.
It's set in the 40s or 50s.
The plot is about essentially someone who gets caught up in the carny business
Yeah,
at a
traveling circus.
And
where it takes him.
Where it takes him, and he has a whole demented journey.
Yeah.
So.
Willem Dafoe's in this movie, which gives it a bonus point in my book.
Yeah. The first half of the movie I loved because it's all about the circus. You meet this great crew of characters and they're really fun to watch interact with each other.
Yeah.
The back half feels like a totally different movie, and I didn't enjoy the last half so much. So, and for that reason, I felt Dune was more consistent, and I would put this below Dune, but I'm okay deferring to you if you want to put it above Dune.
They're kind of tied in my book in terms of enjoyment, especially. It draws you in. Like, Dune draws you in. They both, like, really captured my attention. So we could put it below because they're very equal in my book.
Definitely. But Dune feels more ambitious to me.
Sure. Next is Don't Look Up, Sad.
Yeah, if you haven't heard, this movie is a metaphor for climate change and the fact that we don't seem to be doing enough or anything to help stop this incoming disaster.
It's like an apocalyptic movie, kind of. There's a lot of heavy hitters when it comes to the acting. Yeah, there's just a lot of like things that make you think about the real world and real things going on, and it just makes you pause and makes you kind of sad.
But at the end, you get a great Bon Iver song, which we
Yes.
had never heard, and
Oh my
we love
gosh.
Bon Iver, so that was great.
Yeah, Second Nature by Bon Iver is the credit
Yeah.
song. I would put it below.
Yeah, below.
Okay.
I liked it okay.
I'm gonna even push it a little bit.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna.
All right.
Drive My Car.
Mm.
This is a Japanese movie, and so you have to watch it with subtitles if you don't speak Japanese. And it is about a...
Which we speak Japanese, so we were fine.
Yeah, we were fine. No, definitely not. It is about an actor and the legacy maybe that his wife leaves on him, and his wife is a playwright, and just kind of him coming to terms with life. I don't know how else you would say it.
I think it's about loneliness and human connection and brokenness. The whole movie is so poetic, and
Yes.
it's such a slow burn.
Very unhurried.
Yes, the first 40 minutes happen, and then you get a title screen.
You can tell the thought behind every shot, every sentence, every costume choice was there.
Yeah,
You know, very
definitely.
thoughtful.
Definitely.
So,
where should this go?
did you like it better or worse than Nightmare Alley?
Hard to say.
I know, same.
I
I think
think-
I liked it more than Nightmare Alley.
I'm with you.
Okay, did you like it more or less than Dune?
It has a similar slow burn that Dune had. I think I liked it better than Dune.
Really?
I think so. Now
I mean,
that I
it
think
definitely
about it.
stuck with me more than Dune.
Yeah, it stuck out among all of the movies as a very high quality and well thought out movie.
Yes,
So,
not that these aren't, but this
Yeah.
really, I mean, like I said, they really think about when they say something and the meaning it has. The score is very minimal. It's a very quiet movie. Like when they put music into it, it means something. So yeah, I would say it's better.
okay, but better than Belfast?
No. Next is West Side Story. I personally do not like West Side Story. I don't like Romeo and Juliet either. I don't like it. I don't know. There's just something about the star-crossed lovers and the...
Well,
I
she
just
hates
don't like
she
it.
hates love, so I get it.
I knew that it was a remake, obviously, of the original. I knew that they updated the Puerto Rican influences in the movie, which I was all for. There's a lot of Spanish. I really appreciate that. But I was kind of disappointed that they didn't go farther. Like, it was almost like a lot of the costumes were the exact same. I know it's a very famous production, but to me, it didn't feel original almost at all. It was West Side Story. I don't know. It was fine. It was fine.
Some of the songs they recontextualize in a way I didn't really like. Somewhere is one of my favorite songs from the original, and they did it a little dirty in my opinion for this movie.
Yeah, they just
it was more stripped back and I don't know. It's supposed to be a big moment, so
Yeah. They just made a lot of choices that didn't make sense to us. So with that,
yeah, it's fine.
over here,
For me, it's similar to Don't Look Up in terms of
Really?
how much I liked it.
this
But we
was
can
so
put it under.
original. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Next up is CODA,
Yeah.
which stands for Child of Deaf Adults. Also is a musical term, which means to hold out something as long as you want.
That's for motto.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
Good
you're
try.
right. A coda is like a marker in music to come back to that spot.
Nope.
Okay.
Good try.
Dang it. A coda is like if you're going through, but it's DCL coda, so you like go back to the other thing. Oh no!
DCL Koda is a thing, yes.
So it's like
But-
at this symbol, you go to this part of the music.
Yeah, coda is typically
what I said.
the end passage of a piece. It's sort of another word for an outro.
Yeah, it's like you do this verse, you do this part, you go back to the verse, then you get to the coda symbol, then you jump down to something else.
Mm-hmm.
What? So anyway, this is a play on words. So it's coda, child of deaf adults, and it's a musical term, which, can you guess what the plot is? That's right, it's about a coda who gets into music. Wow.
Wow. It's about a young girl who finds her escape and her therapy in music, which the rest of her family is deaf and they can't appreciate music in the same way. So she feels like it's a way to be independent from her family and find her voice. And it was really sweet and wholesome. Very formulaic, no surprises really. Just kind of a sweet little gem of a movie. The one thing that I did not appreciate about it was the character of the choir director. So I'm a choir director and I have certain things that I've learned to do in the choir classroom. And basically you just take the opposite of all those things, and that's what the character in the movie did.
Yeah.
He made students come forward and scared them and had them sing by themselves, just all over the place.
Yeah. Overall, I mean, it was an enjoyable movie, and I can't say that for a lot of these. Like, it was a feel-good movie.
And it will make you teary at the end in a good way. It's very sweet.
Yeah. So where would you put this? Definitely below Nightmare Alley.
I mean, if I had to pick a movie to watch again, I would watch Koda over Nightmare Alley.
Well, yeah, 100%. But does that make it a better movie?
It means I enjoyed it more. If you're talking objectively,
Sure.
though, probably not as good of a movie as Nightmare Alley.
Yeah, I would like
But
all these.
what are we
for me
ranking? Are we ranking what's a better movie or what we liked the most?
We're liking how we would rank them on a scale of least favorite to favorite.
Yeah.
And
So
I did like this.
favorite.
Okay, I did like this movie better than Nightmare Alley. I agree
There you
with
go.
you. So
There you go.
okay, so it's going smack.
Did you like it
dab in
better
the
than
middle.
Dune?
No.
Okay.
3 left.
Okay.
Next is King Richard. This one is about Richard Williams, who's the father of Venus and Serena Williams. It's a biopic about Richard Williams and his journey and how he
Biopic. Biopic.
It's not, we've had this conversation and it's biopic. Anyway, this is a really good movie. Obviously your standard biopic where you kind of just see everything coming, but you're there for the journey the whole time. It was really emotional. The acting was really good.
Will Smith did a great job.
Yeah, the 2 young girls that play Venus and Serena as children were super great. I'm like so impressed because they have to play tennis and I am very bad at tennis. So the fact that they were able to learn that skill is really amazing. So where would you put this one? I liked it better than Koda.
Again, I go back to, I would watch Koda again. I don't know if I would watch King Richard again.
Oh, I would watch it again.
Okay.
Penultimately, we have The Power of the Dog. Very slow. They don't explain a lot. I mean, we still picked up on the plot, which is pretty minimal, to be honest.
You can basically, I don't want to spoil it, but you could describe the plot in about 10 words and cover the entire movie.
Yeah. The sheer magnitude of the scale of this movie, like they filmed in New Zealand and it's supposed to represent Montana, rural Montana in the 1920s. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
This movie stunk, in my opinion.
It kind of felt like you weren't sure what was happening the whole time, which is okay in a movie.
Yeah.
But I think the ending was so underwhelming for us.
Yes.
That it made the whole journey feel a little like...
Yeah. This is what it's building to? Okay.
Right. Like a short story that got stretched out into a movie, but...
Yeah, like what they did with The Hobbit. They turned The Hobbit into 3 movies. I felt like they turned a short story into 2.5 hours.
Yeah, and it is based on a book.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. You want to put it below...
West Side Story,
West
for
Side Story?
sure.
Okay, yep. Sure.
The last movie, if you haven't figured it out already, was Licorice Pizza.
Do you know why they called it Licorice Pizza?
No.
I looked it up today.
No.
Licorice Pizza is slang, or was slang, for a vinyl record because it looks like a pizza that's made of licorice. And Paul Thomas Anderson wanted something that was evocative of the 70s. It felt like a fever dream of a movie.
Yeah, I thought to myself, if they set this up as like a series of little short moments, like a bunch of vignettes, it makes sense. But they didn't like string the plot together that way. It almost seemed like it happened all within a month or 2 months.
I will say that was the weirdest part about this movie.
Yeah.
Was the age difference between the 2 leads.
She was 10 years older than him. So if he was 15, she's 25. That's weird.
Right. And so the whole movie, you're just a little on edge. And I think you're supposed to find it creepy and not a good, solid relationship.
I would not watch this again.
Yeah. I don't know if I would either. The dialogue was fun. The cinematography was very psychedelic and fun.
Yeah. Also, we were watching the credits. We were like, Spielberg, Giacchino, DiCaprio. There's all of these famous family members.
It's like take every A-list celebrity and put their son, daughter, nephew, or cousin.
Or father.
In the movie.
Yeah. I don't know why that choice was made.
I don't know.
It was kind of fun to look at IMDb afterward. But yeah, just a weird thing.
But this movie does get bonus points because not only is the band Haim in it, the 3 sisters, they go by their original names in the movie. Plus their parents are playing their parents in the movie, which is really fun.
Yeah, that is fun. Did I like it better than West Side Story or Don't Look Up? No. Here.
Maybe between West Side Story and Power of the Dog?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess that means that Belfast was our favorite.
Yeah.
And Drive My Car was our second favorite.
That's surprising.
That is kind of surprising. I didn't think this one would stay as high up in the ranking that it did.
But Drive My Car gets under your skin in a good way.
Yeah. It really does stick with you. Like, I'm still thinking about that movie.
Yeah. So the official Datz ranking of 2021 Oscar noms are Power of the Dog,
Licorice Pizza,
West Side Story,
Don't Look Up,
Nightmare Alley,
Koda,
King Richard,
Dune,
Drive My Car,
and the winner, Belfast, which I really hope wins, but it's definitely gonna be Power of the Dog.
Yeah, that's okay.
Thank you for watching. Have you seen any of these? What are your thoughts? What did we get wrong? Did we miss anything cool that we were supposed to know about these movies that maybe would unlock a window of knowledge for us? If you liked this, please give it a thumbs up and go ahead and subscribe while you're here for more weekly content. Anything else, Carter?
Next week, we're going to be ranking the 2022 Oscar nom movies.
That's right. We're traveling back from the future.
That's right.
That is all I have for you. I will see you next week. Bye!
Great.
Let's do it!